Hi guys, Spinosaurus Reviews here, and I'm going to be doing a review on the 1993 Safari limited edition Velociraptor. So this is basically Safari's, I think it's one of their first models of a Velociraptor back in 1993. It was limited edition. I tried to research this as best as I could, and I couldn't really find anything on it as about how many there were made, with it being limited edition or anything like that. So I don't know how many were made, how many are still out there. I mean, I browsed eBay for a good 4 hours and I only found these two, and another one that was the same mold, just completely different color scheme. It was actually green, and that was the only other one I've seen out there. So for 1993, this Velociraptor is really good. Obviously, you know, no feathers. We know Velociraptor had feathers, but you know, this was 1993. At least it wasn't inspired by Jurassic Park. They went with a somewhat scientific approach to this Velociraptor. They got the head sculpt absolutely spot on. I love the concave of the nose there. You can just, there's no mistaking what this is supposed to be. It's a Velociraptor. And for 1993, get this, non-pronated wrists. And that's 1993. And Jurassic Park couldn't even do that. Sickle claw, which we know wasn't actually for slashing or disemboweling prey, because if you actually have a look at the claw, there are no serrations on the claw, so it physically couldn't cut through flesh or anything like that. It was mainly a puncture sort of thing, so the dinosaur would kick its leg into the throat area and try and puncture the windpipe of the animal. It wasn't used for slashing because it couldn't do that. There's no serrations on the claw whatsoever. So yeah, back in 1993, this came in such a cool box. So I found one still in the box. This hasn't been opened. So this is it here, Safari limited edition. And basically it's the same figure, just obviously in this really cool packaging. You've got Velociraptor with Speedy Predator, or Speedy Feet as the scientific name, and it says an authentic museum quality dinosaur replica. And this really cool sort of box art there. And on the back, basically you've got this really nice diagram. It tells you everything basically about the Velociraptor. You know, its length, full scientific name, its sort of name meanings, and then here it has a little sort of reference to the legendary fossil that was found where a Velociraptor was locked in a fight with a Protoceratops, and the Velociraptor's arm is stuck in the mouth of the Protoceratops, and it's just this really epic fossil that was found. So it's quite cool to see it somewhat kind of referenced here, just in the bottom there, when it was unearthed in 1971. But trying to say, I thought it was unearthed in the 90s. I don't know why. But yeah, that's this dinosaur in the box, which I just thought was a really cool thing. I don't know how many of these there are. I don't know if that means 29 out of 2,500, but no idea. But I thought that was cool, so I bought it. Onto the main Velociraptor here. Paint scheme, I absolutely love the yellow with the sort of brown striping. It's not too in your face. It's not an over the top colour scheme for a Velociraptor like the feathered one that they did, which I do have, which I'll just grab for you a second there. Yeah, So there's the feathered Velociraptor from 2017, yeah. So this is basically their completely scientifically accurate Velociraptor, but the colour scheme's a little bit eccentric. Not really that much, but it's quite a bold colour scheme. Whereas this one is quite subdued. Just using 3 colours, you know, the yellow, the brown for the stripes, well I guess 4 because obviously the grey for the claws, but then they use like, I think it's the same grey actually for these little back scoots and the little ridges on the head there. And the sculpt itself, I think that's why I like how big this Velociraptor is, because of the pose it's in. You know, you can tell it's either trying to ambush something or it's sizing up one of the Protoceratops with its tail rigid, ready for balance. Obviously the paint application on the claws wasn't great. It's kind of all on the inside that they've kind of done it. And the fingers, the mould of the fingers is a bit funky. But other than that, looking past those kind of little things, it's not too skinny. Ooh. It hasn't got overly exaggerated muscles in the legs or in the arms. You know, it's really properly proportioned. I think this is a 1/140th scale, I think. I'm not too sure. But yeah, as you can see, really good paint application on those teeth. Very little spillage. And obviously nice detail on the inside of the mouth. They've painted the tongue. Unfortunately it's the same colour as the rest of the mouth, so there's not really that much going on there. But yeah, it's an absolutely stunning Velociraptor model. I have no idea how many of these are out there. I just thought it was really cool that it was a limited edition thing. Yeah, I think it was said to have come out in Safari's Dinosaurs of China sort of thing that they did in the 90s. But then there's obviously contradicting evidence to say it wasn't part of that line. Which, yeah. And I mean, it's not part of the Carnegie line either, because those dinosaurs were pretty funky, let's say. They weren't the best sculpts. Yeah, so basically, yeah, that's it. That is my review on the 1993 Velociraptor. Not really too much to say on it, to be honest. They haven't done a lot wrong, minus the feathers. You know, so I guess you can't really complain. It doesn't look like any other dromaeosaur type dinosaur. You know, you couldn't mistake it for a Deinonychus or you know, any other sort of raptor dinosaur. It's clearly a Velociraptor, just minus the feathers, to be honest. So other than that, scientifically accurate, just no feathers. And I do kind of like the no feather look for Velociraptor. I do seem to prefer it over their feathered one, to be quite honest, and I will do a review of this one as well. Like the claw on that is just way too skinny, and then you've got that one on there, which is, I don't know, to me it seems like a step back. If this one had feathers, it would blow this one out of the water, but then I don't know if it would, because would this model look good with feathers? You don't know, but definitely pick it up if you can find it. It's an absolutely beautiful model, looks great on display. I just thought I'd show you the really cool box that it used to come in. But yeah, that's my Velociraptor review. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. Bye.